What's going on, guys? Got a special comic book haul video for you tonight. This is the CGC unboxing of the 5 books that I sent to get graded about 4 months ago. So there were 3 unsigned books and 2 signed books. So the CGC broke the return shipment up into 2 different boxes. So I got the second of the 2 shipments today that had the signed books in there. I got the first 3 last Friday and the last 2 of the 5 that I sent to be graded today. So I wanted to go ahead and get these unboxed. I don't know the grades yet. I think I know the grades of the signed books, unfortunately, because I was looking at the population report, doing a little research to see how many copies and what specific grades there were before I opened these. But I think I saw the grades I got on my signature books because they call it like JSC certified or JSA certified. It's a separate entry on the population report in the signature series. So unfortunately, I think I ruined the surprise on the 2 big books for myself, but you guys don't know what they are. So hopefully it will still be a surprise for you. We'll start with, I think these are I'm going to check the dates on the ship date. Yeah, these were shipped January 7th. So these are the 3 unsigned books here. Reach on here, pull them out. Oh gosh, alright, there's the box. So here's how it comes packaged. Nice bubble wrap. And saw the Savage Dragon grade. So I guess we're starting with that. Looks like it's a 9.4, so that's pretty cool. How do we get these out of here? Just pull them? Yeah, we'll just pull them. Alright, so start with, how's that look? Savage Dragon 120. This is the B cover. Let's see, let me look at my notes here. I paid, I think, $5 for this one a couple years ago. So there's been no recent sales of this one. There's 4 listings on eBay that I could find. Let's see, there's a raw copy for $1,250, another raw copy for $1,000, a 9.6 for $1,600, and a 9.8 for $5,400. So let's see, and the CGC census has 2 9.8s, 2 9.4s, and 1 9.2. So this is one of the 9.4s. So no recent sales. Hard to determine what the value is, but probably somewhere around $1,000. Alright, and next we have New World's Anthology number 6 and a 7.5, so that's pretty low grade, but this was definitely the weakest of the books as condition wise goes. I just sent this one off to be graded because there are only, let's see, 3 on the census, and this is the lowest now. It's a 7.5. There's a 9.0 and a 9.6. This one is just one of the really early Spider-Man 1 homages. That's why people pick it up. Some recent raw sales go anywhere between $20 and $60, or 55 looks like is the high. And there's some raw that went between listed raw grades, or listed raw books are between 40 and 200, and there's no graded copies listed because there are only 3 graded copies on the census, like I said, and there's a 9.6, a 9.0, and this is the 7.5, so this is the lowest grade on the census, but that's fine. I paid $4 for this, I think, somewhere around that, so maybe I can get $100 for it, I don't know. I should say I sent all these books to be pressed at CGC, so that's why it took so long to get them back. Their turnaround time is like, it's basically 2 months for pressing and then 2 months for grading, I think. So that they did press all of these books before grading them. And then the last one, it's going to be Ghost Racers number 4. It's a 1 in 25 variant. Let's see what we got. 9.4, very nice. So let's see. Again, there's no recent sales on eBay on this one. There's a 9.6 listed for $350, a 9.8 listed for $765, and another one for $720. There's 6 of these on the CGC census. This is the lowest, unfortunately. There's my 1.94, 2 9.6s, and 3 9.8s. So this is like, it's a 1 in 25 variant. of this. This is the first cover appearance, I think, of Alejandro Jones, who was the third Ghost Rider. I think that's right. I think that's why this goes for a little bit. But again, I just picked this one because there was so few on the census, and I knew it could go for a bit if it's in a high enough grade. So let's see. We got a 9.4, which is the lowest on the census, a 7.5, which is the lowest on the census, and a 9.4 for the Savage Dragon. What was the census on those? Somebody's got a 9.2, so I do not have the lowest on the census on that, at least. So that's fine. Happy about those. Again, paid $4 or something for all these books, so really hard to complain. Let's scoot those over a little bit. Alright, so now the signed books. There's two of these. We got the X-Men 297 Pressman variant, and then the big book is the Forgive Me Father #2, the Jeff DeCal cover. So let's see, there's the bubble wrap. Oh, and I guess we're going to start it off with the big one. Yeah, it's 9.8. Oh, that's beautiful. So it's 9.8. And let's see. I thought it was signed by Jeff DeCal, but I'm not sure if it is Jeff DeCal cover. No, John Ulloa. So he's the writer. Yeah. So, oh, and look, you just saw the 9.6 for the X-Men 297. So no suspense at all anymore, I guess. So that's funny. So we got the 9.6 of the X-Men 297 Pressman variant. And did they verify that? Yeah, Brandon Peterson authenticated autograph. And then the Forgive Me Father 2 is not the Jeff DeCal, who's the artist signature, but it's the writer, and they verified that as well. And yeah, unfortunately, when I was looking at the census, I saw both of these on there, and I was like, those are probably mine, because they were the only ones listed for this. It's the JSA authentic signature. So that's what you send them if you have it, a signed book, and it's not witnessed by anybody. They just have people to verify the signatures, I guess. So that's what they did on these, which is fine. So let's see, run through the numbers on those. Let's see, X-Men 297, the Pressman variant. So recent sales, raw went for $200 and $250, and there was a 7.5 that went for $325. And this is the third copy. This is the third and final copy of this book that I have, this X-Men 297. I found 3 of these in Lexington Comic-Con a few years ago. They were all loose. They were not bagged and boarded at all, and they were all 3 signed by Brandon Peterson. I'd sold 2 of them already without getting them graded. One of them was for $312, and the other one was for $150. So there's three of these that are signed on the census, and they're all 9.6s. So I've got, I guess, one of the highest signed copies of this now, so that's pretty cool. And then, let's see, Forgive Me Father. My brother, Patrick, wanted me to give him a shout out because I found this with his help. He told me about the Peddler's Mall where I found this. He said they had, one of the booths had some comic books, so I should come look at them. And lo and behold, I found this beautiful 9.8 copy of Forgive Me Father in a bundle of all 3 Forgive Me Fathers, 1, 2, and 3, for $1. So I guess this one cost me 33 cents. And this was the only Jeff DeCal variant. It was sandwiched in between number 1 and 3. You couldn't see it from the outside. I had to look into the bag to figure out if this one was in there. And my hands were shaking when I was pulling it out of the bag to see if it was this particular issue. And sure enough, it was. So that was pretty cool. It was. I don't think it was in a board either. It was just in a bag, a loose bag with all 3 comics. And this one was sandwiched in between 1 and 3. It came back a 9.8, so can't beat that. Recent sales on this one, a 9.8 signed by Jeff DeCal, went for $1,750. That's the only recent sale I could find. There's a 9.8, 9.8 listed for $2,200, another one 9.8 listed for $2,250, and then a 9.2 signed by DeCal for $1,000. Those are all listed. None of those have sold yet. So this one's not signed by DeCal, so it won't command quite as much as that other 9.8 signed by him for $1,750, but at least $1,000 I would assume for this one. So hard to beat that. Let's see if I can pull out the receipts so I can give you guys a breakdown of the cost for yeah, for grading. So they were all $27 each to be graded. And then, do they have the pressing? I don't know if they have the pressing prices on there. I think that was another, no they don't. That was another 20 bucks too. So you figure 50 bucks each for pressing and grading. And then I think it was like another 50 bucks for shipping. So it was like 300 bucks all in for these 5 books that got pressed and graded by CGC. And I'd assume, let's see, these two would definitely pay for all the pricing. That Savage Dragon probably would too. The Ghost Racers might not, and the New World Anthology definitely won't, but I should definitely get my money back on most of these. Not all at once, of course, but it'll take some time. But you know, the fun part is the hunt. The second fun part is sharing with you guys these fun grades that I got on these cool comics that I got hunting for them. So yeah, that's gonna do it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.